Alright, here's the game plan for today. We had a large move down in pre-market due to CPI data coming out at 7:30 my time. We have equal highs up here at the top of that range that I would target for buy side. We've also got this level up here that we created yesterday. Uh, if price were going to reverse and go back up, I would target these two levels as buy side getting taken. If we're going to continue to the downside, I would like to see the midpoint of this wick get hit. And if we can hold the midpoint, 50% level right here, then that would also be an area that I would look for a rejection or a bounce from. Now, I don't necessarily expect one of these to get hit before rebalancing to OTE of the range we created. So what I would like to see is a pullback to 50% of this range and then form some type of internal model. If we can create some type of equal highs, a sweep, displace, structure change, pull back to a fair value gap or something like that, then sure, I would short it down to these lows or some internal area of liquidity, and then possibly send a runner down to that 50% point of this wick over here. But until we get any of that, I'm just going to sit on my hands and we're just going to allow price to print and give us structure. I need a little bit more before I can decide what to take. So if we don't get any of that within the 2 hours that I am trading, then we just simply will not take a trade today. And you will not be seeing this video. Let's give it a shot. Yep. All right, got me out right there. Let's go over it. All right, so the trade idea was a rebalance of this price range that we created in pre-market. We got back into discount of the zone or of this range. I wanted to see a break of structure after we took out some form of internal liquidity. So on the 1 minute, you can see we had created this high right off the open. So I was then looking for price to possibly rebalance to OTE of this range. We actually came down, rejected off this order block beautifully, came back up, took out this internal buy side. We then created multiple new highs, and then once we got a displace below a series of uploads candles right here, this is considered a change of structure. So I then wanted to see price displace, which we did. We actually came all the way back down to here. I had my eye focused on this fair value gap that we created on the way up. It was holding pretty strong. Once we broke below it, I then wanted to see it act as an inverse, which is what happened here. This is where I entered. I then wanted to see price come down to these levels down here, and then ultimately to these. Price chopped around a little bit. I was in profit for a second or two. I was in profit for a little bit, and then we came back up and stopped me up. So I don't know exactly why. I know there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's more prominent gap that I'm not aware of, but I felt like I traded that correctly, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. But, no big deal. We'll be back tomorrow.